Today, we're going to talk about something that affects every family's dinner table: eating fish. Don't you think fish is one of the healthiest foods we can eat? From a young age, we're told that eating fish will make us smarter, and after a major illness, we should drink fish soup to recover. Whether it's a casual meal or a holiday feast, there always has to be fish to make it complete. But what if I told you something you'd never expect? Certain ways of eating our favorite fish are quietly delivering carcinogens into your body. The World Health Organization's leading health organizations have issued strict warnings that three very familiar fish cooking methods pose significant health risks. One of them is even directly classified as a Group 1 carcinogen. What does that mean? It's in the same category as cigarettes, alcohol, and chewing tobacco. A definite cancer risk to humans. Don't panic yet, and don't be afraid. This video isn't trying to scare you into never eating fish again. On the contrary, I want to clearly explain the problem and where it comes from. Before we dive in, if you care about your health, please click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. If this resonates with you, type "aware" in the comments. If you're struggling with a similar health issue, leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Okay, let's get back to the topic. Fish is undoubtedly a good thing. It's one of the best sources of protein easily absorbed by the body. It's also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which contain two golden components, DHA and EPA. DHA is essential for brain health and is particularly good for our brains and eyes. EPA is a blood vessel cleaner, helping us clear blood vessels and prevent thrombosis. So you see, the benefits of eating fish are universally recognized. The question is, if fish is so good, why are leading health organizations issuing warnings? Have we been wrong for the past few decades? The problem isn't with the fish itself, but how we cook it and what kind of fish we eat. Let's dive into the core of today's topic and identify the three members in this blacklist. Listen closely. The first one on the list, with the most conclusive evidence of cancer risk, is salted cod. I know that when I mention salted cod, many people's DNA lights up. That special salty aroma is just so satisfying, especially when you are eating it with something starchy. In the morning, when you don't have much of an appetite, a bowl of hot oatmeal with a small piece of fried salted cod is a classic comfort food. But this delicious food, which we've eaten for half our lives, is clearly listed as a Group 1 carcinogen by the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer. It's the most conclusive and highest risk category. It's in the same league as tobacco, alcohol, and chewing tobacco, foods we need to be most wary of. Medical research has found a clear link between long-term, high consumption of salted fish and several cancers, especially nasopharyngeal cancer, esophageal cancer, and stomach cancer. Notice that these cancers are related to our mouth and digestive tract because it's eaten all the way down, constantly harming our bodies. Of course, we need to look at this scientifically. It doesn't mean that if you've eaten salted cod once in your life, you'll definitely get cancer. Any statement that doesn't consider the dosage is nonsense. The key is long-term and high frequency. If you only eat it once or twice a year for fun, the risk is relatively controllable. But the worst thing is to treat it as a daily dish, appearing on your dinner table every few days. That's like feeding poison to your body every day, and the risk of cancer will naturally increase sharply. So for your health, you really need to cut back, especially for children and young adults in the family. Their cells are more sensitive and should avoid contact. Now that we've talked about salted cod, let's identify another problem: grilled fish. This has been a popular dish in restaurants and food stalls in recent years. A plump fish sizzling on the grill, the skin crispy and fragrant, sprinkled with cumin and chili powder. That rich aroma can be smelled from down the street, right? Many people love it and find it particularly satisfying. But I'm going to throw another bucket of cold water on you. The more fragrant and tempting the grilled fish, the more carcinogens it may contain. The problem is still the cooking method. When fish, especially fatty fish, is cooked at high temperatures above 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius, such as grilling or frying, the protein and fat undergo a strong Maillard reaction, producing two terrifying carcinogens. The first is called polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. You may not recognize the name, but you've definitely heard of its representative. The carcinogens found in cigarette smoke and car exhaust. When grease drips onto the charcoal during grilling, the resulting smoke is full of PAHs, which then attach to the surface of the fish. The second is even scarier, heterocyclic amines HCAs. This is a potent carcinogen that is inevitably produced when meat is cooked at high temperatures. The higher the temperature and the longer the cooking time, the more HCAs are produced. Both of these substances directly attack the DNA in our cells, causing our genes to mutate and greatly increasing the risk of colon cancer, breast cancer, pancreatic cancer, and other cancers. Where are the most toxins? In the part that you think tastes the best, the charred, crispy fish skin and the edges of the fish. These charred parts are a hotbed of carcinogens. The problem isn't the fish, but the high-temperature cooking method. It's not just grilled fish. Fried fish fillets and fish nuggets also have the same problem. I know it's too cruel for many people to completely give up this deliciousness. Eating it once in a while when you're out with friends is fine. But don't make this high-temperature cooked fish a regular dish in your home. If you really like eating grilled fish, try using an oven and keeping the temperature below 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius, and avoid charring it. When eating, be sure to remove all the charred parts. Next, we're going to talk about the third type of fish, which is the most easily overlooked raw freshwater fish. Many people may have the idea that as long as the raw fish is alive and fresh, it's fine to eat. Especially in some seafood restaurants, seeing live bass and carp in the fish tanks, they think it's safe to catch, cut, and make into sashimi. This idea is completely wrong, even fatally misleading. Why? Because the bodies of these freshwater fish and shrimp are very prone to parasitic worms that can wreck our livers. Liver flukes. How dangerous is this parasite? Its eggs are hidden in the muscles of freshwater fish and cannot be seen with our naked eyes. When we eat this raw fish with worm eggs, stomach acid does not kill it, but helps it hatch. The hatched larvae will burrow into our bile ducts and start a family there reproducing. A single liver fluke can live in our bodies for 20 to 30 years. Just imagine how terrifying that is. When these worms parasitize our liver and bile ducts, there may be no symptoms at first, but they will continuously damage our liver and biliary system. They will gnaw at the bile duct walls, causing repeated inflammation and blockage. Slowly, it will lead to cholangitis and gallstones. Over time, the liver will begin to fibrose, which is what we call cirrhosis. The most serious consequence is inducing cholangiocarcinoma. Cholangiocarcinoma is a very dangerous cancer with a high mortality rate. So eating raw freshwater fish is not about tasting the deliciousness, but about playing with your life. It's like eating a parasitic bomb. I want to emphasize here that we are talking about eating raw freshwater fish. As for the saltwater fish sashimi we eat in Japanese restaurants, such as salmon, as long as they come from legitimate sources and have undergone proper flash freezing treatment, their risk of liver fluke infection is relatively low. But for our middle-aged and older friends, I still suggest that our gastrointestinal function and immunity are declining. Any raw food carries a certain risk. For safety, it's best to cook the food thoroughly before eating. Everyone must tell all their friends who love to eat live fish about this third risk: raw, freshwater fish. Don't eat it like that anymore. Okay, now that we've talked about 3 dangerous ways of eating fish, you may feel a little heavy-hearted, even scared. Do you think you can't eat fish anymore? Don't worry. Let me say it again. Our theme today is not to stop you from eating fish, but to teach you how to eat fish. As long as we avoid the above 3 ways of eating fish, eat the right fish and cook it in the right way, the benefits of fish to our bodies will definitely exceed your imagination. Next, let's quickly look at what authoritative medical research has confirmed. Eating the right fish can bring us real benefits. Protect cardiovascular health and prevent stroke. Top universities have done research that has found that EPA in fish oil can effectively reduce the viscosity of our blood and prevent the formation of blood clots. Data shows that eating fish regularly can reduce the risk of ischemic stroke by a significant 43%. This number is very impressive. Second, prevent colon cancer. A large-scale study following nearly 500,000 people for 15 years has found that people who eat the most fish had a 12% lower risk of developing colon cancer compared to those who don't eat much fish. Third, relieve arthritis pain. Many older people have arthritis, and rheumatic pain is a problem, right? They feel uncomfortable when the weather changes. Omega-3 in fish oil is a natural anti-inflammatory powerhouse. It can suppress the inflammatory response in our bodies, reduce joint swelling and pain, and make you move more freely. Fourth, prevent Alzheimer's disease. Our brains are 60% fat, and DHA is the most needed fat for the brain. It can maintain the normal function of our brain neurons and protect our memory. Studies have found that the DHA concentration in the blood of Alzheimer's patients is 30% to 40% lower than that of healthy older people. So if you want to have a clear mind and quick reflexes, you need to supplement with more DHA. So you see, eating fish can improve blood vessels, prevent cancer, strengthen bones and joints, and boost the brain. Next, I'm going to reveal the top 5 healthy fish that many nutritionists and doctors recommend for middle-aged and older people to eat regularly. You must save this list. Buy fish at the market according to this list in the future. Ribbon fish, Atlantic cutlass fish. Many people love to eat this fish. Unlike some fish with many small broken bones, ribbon fish mainly have one large backbone, making them very convenient to eat. They're very suitable for older people who have bad teeth or are afraid of getting fish bones stuck in their throats. The nutritional value of ribbon fish is very high. It's rich in magnesium, which has an excellent protective effect on our heart and blood vessels, helps us stabilize blood pressure, and relaxes blood vessels. The eyes of fresh ribbon fish are bright and full, and the body is very elastic. Carp. In traditional medicine, carp is a good ingredient for both medicine and food. It helps boost the spleen and remove dampness, which is beneficial for people with weak spleens and easy edema. From a modern nutritional point of view, carp soup is a well-known product for encouraging lactation because it's rich in high-quality protein and calcium, so it's also very suitable for pregnant and postpartum mothers. For our older adults, carp has a high calcium content, which is beneficial for preventing osteoporosis. Carp are characterized by scales that are complete and glossy, and the fish should not be soft to the touch. Bass. Bass has a beautiful name called surgery fish. People will cook a pot of bass soup to nourish the patient's body after a family member has surgery. This makes a lot of sense because the protein molecules in bass are very small and easily digested and absorbed by the body, which can quickly supplement nutrition and promote wound healing. More importantly, the DHA content of base is among the highest in freshwater fish. It's an excellent brain-boosting food and is very suitable for developing children and people who need to care for their brains. Use your fingers to gently press the fish body. If it can bounce back quickly, it means it's very fresh. Cod. Cod is known as the nutritionist on the dinner table. It has high protein and low fat content. Unlike some fish with high fat content, people who are afraid of gaining weight do not dare to eat more of it. There is almost no fish bone, and the meat is as white and tender as snowflakes. Cod has a tremendous nutrient partner, selenium, which is an essential part of the body's antioxidant system, and vitamin D. When selenium and vitamin D work together, they can greatly promote the body's absorption of calcium, which is one of the strongest combinations for preventing osteoporosis. Salmon is the king of fish. It is the deserved winner because the omega-3 content is far ahead of all fish. While many fish are good, the omega-3 content is small compared to salmon. Salmon has high levels of EPA and DHA. If you have 3 high issues such as high blood pressure, high blood fat, and high blood sugar, salmon is your fish. Okay. Today we've talked about 3 dangerous ways of eating fish and 5 healthy fish. I believe everyone has a good understanding of the issues. I must remind you again that even if you choose the right fish, everything will be in vain if the cooking method is wrong. So the ultimate secret to eating fish healthily is 6 words: low temperature, less oil, and less salt. The best cooking methods are always steaming and boiling. They can preserve the nutrition and original taste of the fish to the greatest extent. I hope this video can genuinely help you. Finally, I will give you a healthy saying to help you remember. Avoid salted fish, and grilling raw foods are not good. Steam and boil are the way to go and be healthy until old age. I wish you all good health and a long life. We'll see you in the next video.